Well, good morning. It's 5:58 a.m. and Dottie is awake a little bit. Yeah, she's awake. Aren't you, Dottie? And we're still in Eagle Nest for a couple of more days. We're going to be heading out on Monday. Today's Saturday, the 15th, or no, excuse me, the 14th of September 2024. And it is 35 degrees out there. So it's about time I'm leaving. It's going to get freezing soon. It says 5:59 a.m. and we got some comments. There's a short, the first two are on a short I did of George, really oddly, very slow motion, crawling across the bed to the window. You wouldn't think it would be interesting, but it is an odd behavior, and I put Pink Panther music behind it. People liked it. So down the first set is he is stalking up on something. Watch out, birdies. And Robert Colpitts, 4534, says, George is very handsome cat. We lost our big boy Onions last September. He looked just like George. My wife, who's named Dottie, by the way, burst into tears when she saw George because he looked so much like Onions. Oh. Well, George, you made somebody cry. For those of us that love pets, that time comes all too soon. So M. Campbell is, I love this. My positive news story was on the state of Kentucky awarding the highest honor in the state to one of my favorites, Dolly Parton. And it's titled Dolly Gets Promoted to Colonel. M. Campbell, there may be someone somewhere out there who doesn't love Dolly Parton. Maybe. I don't know who they are. If so, I really don't care to know them. I agree. The woman embodies love and kindness, and that can overcome every difference we may have. Yeah, I love Dolly too. Ken Gray on the same video. I've been a fan for years and years. I was very impressed when she took time off from everything to care for her husband when he got dementia. Good coffee. Edie Ron on the long form was the epic New Mexico road trip. That's just we took a ride to get some groceries up to Red River. It's a beautiful drive. Watching your video now, beautiful scenery. Dottie is really enjoying the trip with her cute self. I did a little thing in the corner of Dottie, and then the front was the scenic trip. DTA 97392, enjoy the video. Think I may need to take a trip to New Mexico. Where is a good place to stay in Pahrump, Nevada? I may head down to Nevada early October from Oregon. And I said, preferred RV resort. That's my place. That's where I stay. I definitely recommend them. Conveniently located, reasonable prices, friendly people, nice, amazing resort facilities. And he says, Dottie, Dottie Travels, thanks. I'll check that out. Appreciate your prompt response. Ken Gray on the same video, lovely drive, nice grocery. I would have snatched that Milka off the shelf. The Kinder Joy eggs are split, half with the candy and half with the prize. Kinder eggs have a chocolate egg with a prize in the middle. Pardon me. So what we're talking about there is Kinder eggs in Europe have chocolate with a toy in the middle, and they're illegal in the U.S. And I saw Kinder eggs, and he said, well, they're a different thing here. Sorry. Are you using a GoPro camera? And that's from DTA 97392. If so, which one? Well, yeah, I use a GoPro 10 in the New Mexico trip for just Dottie and the in-store scenes in the grocery store. The road shots were with the Osmo Pocket 3, and also the candy store was with the Osmo Pocket 3. On the comments video, Ken Gray said, for speed on a PC, you can do shift less than to slow down and shift greater than. So hold down the shift key and then find that greater than and less than keys and use that to speed up a video or slow it down. So if you see, Rob has a video that's an hour and a half. Tap that thing and it'll change it into a 30-minute video. I'll just be talking really fast like this. Let's see. CD Casita Adventures. That is Charlie. Hey, Charlie. Always a beautiful drive from Eagle Nest to Red River. Great video. Safe travels Monday. Monday, I'm heading to Pahrump. Eric Stagg on Dolly. What an honor. She deserves it. Thank you for your positive videos. I look forward to them. M. Campbell on the Red River video. Those truffles in the case looked amazing. They did. I didn't buy one, though. Debbie Nichols says, why do you get up so early? And someone answered that. They said, not only is he up, he's dressed, talking, and being productive. I generally don't answer questions with a premise built in that isn't... There's a premise in that question, and I'm sure you can guess what the premise is. Why do you get up so early? Well, the premise is you're strange or weird or there's something wrong that I get up at the time I get up. And the reality is people have different sleep schedules. Some people go to bed early in the evening like I, others late like I. So I like Thornelius is the one that said, not only is he up, he's dressed, talking, and being productive. Yes, I am, and I like it. Okay, Naj says, I agree. Dolly is an amazing woman. I think we're all agreeing on that one. And Lisa Roth says, Dolly Parton is absolutely wonderful. Congratulations, Dolly. Thanks for all that you do. Let's see. Tommy says, your volume is very, very low at times. You're talking and driving. Then it gets louder and clearer. Then it gets low again. And I answered that, and I said, look, my videos are not perfect. Never will be. It's a joyful hobby for me, not a profession. And that's the bottom line here. You do a long video like that, and you don't... The picture I can see on the screen of most of the stuff that I'm doing, I can see on the screens that I'm capturing everything. I can't tell of how the quality of the audio, and especially in driving videos, things can happen. The road noise can be a little enough. The pitch of the noise, you could not have the microphone, the external microphone turned on, and it's taking the voice from the unit itself, and that can be... There's lots of things that can happen, and you have a choice to make. You can do the best that you can do with the post-production enhancing, which I do in every video. And sometimes it's not very good. And you have a decision to make as a creator. Do I trash this video? Do I fake it and do not fake it, but do I eliminate everything, turn off the volume and do a voiceover? Yeah, sometimes, but it's really tough to recreate the things that you say, the reactions that you have. So not being a professional and not counting on this as an income, I decide, hey, can people hear it? Is it going to be difficult? Might they have to turn up their volume a little bit? I'm going to go ahead and release the video. So it's really a question of, do you want sometimes questionable video where there was fuzzy? Do you want videos like this that maybe have some problems but are watchable and you can hear? Or do you want no video for that day or for that thing? And I said, this is a beautiful drive, and I like the candy stores. I just loved a lot about the video, so I released it. So that's my answer to that one. King for a Day on the same video says, great video. Charles Kennedy is the serial killer you mentioned. In the mid-1860s, him and his wife operated a bed and breakfast about 5 miles southwest of Angel Fire on the road that goes to Taos. If a patron was a stranger in the area, he would kill them, steal their belongings, and dispose of the body One evening, in a fit of rage, she killed his young son and beat his wife. She fled to Elizabethtown and told what he'd been doing. After he'd been arrested, a mob led by Clay Allison broke Charles out of jail, and Charles' head supposedly became a decoration on a fence post in Elizabethtown. Think of Clay Allison as an Old West version of Bad Leroy Brown from the Jim Croce sound. As a kid camping in Philmont Scout Ranch on a dark night, stories would be told around the campfire that a headless Charles was still wandering the area looking for vengeance. King for a day, thanks. I do know, I've heard bits and pieces of that story and read it, and it's all in one place, and there's more detail there than I had access to. Thank you so much. Also, he had another comment on Dare Market is a veritable gold mine. However, the prices are reasonable. Maybe he said meant unreasonable because the prices are pretty high. He spent $160. Dare Market is the candy crate. The one he visited is fairly new. Possibly they are connected, as many of the shops in Red River are owned by the same people. The real estate Calhouns own the market, the brewery, a gift shop, in an RV park. One of them is also mayor. Very close to the candy store you visited is where the motorcycle gang shootings occurred about 2 years ago. Oh, okay. A fountain, King for a day, is fountain of information. Renee, and there's a couple of mentions on You Might Be Over 60 video. That was a few days off the road. Oh, they're both from the same person. That's why. Renee, I'm going to be 70 in November. I started wearing glasses round the clock this year. I also noticed this year that my balance isn't as good and I don't have the strength I used to have. This is the first year I can tell I'm getting older. An off-the-cuff question, what brand of coffee do you drink and how do you make it? Oh, no one's going to like this, but I'm going to answer. I'm going to answer it. I drink Starbucks instant coffee, and I make it. And any real coffee people are cringing right now, going, oh, how can you do that? But I like it. I put a spoonful in my cup. I boil water on the stove. I pour it in. I pour in my creamer. I use sweet creamer right now. So I'll take I'll take all the criticism. It's okay. I know people feel strongly about coffee, pour overs, and all kinds of things. The worst thing, the best and worst thing in coffee, when I first saw, before they became commercially available to consumers, I was in an office building that had one of those K-Cups. And I'm like, this is amazing. This is going to be a huge thing. I can't wait till we can buy one. I think the K-Cup coffee, for whatever reason, somebody can maybe explain to me why, it's terrible. It's usually terrible. Even when you buy expensive little cups that have expensive coffee, it still tastes bad. I don't know why. I don't get it. Maybe someone can explain that to me or explain how I'm completely wrong. All right. This is a super fast YouTube morning for me because I did I got the long form all ready to go. I'm going to release 3 videos right now. Well, 2 right now, and this, when it uploads, it'll be out. But the little preview for you, the positive news is wealthy Boston residents say yes to homeless. And it's a posh... I lived in Boston for quite a while when I was young. And this is the Back Bay part of Boston, and a really ritzy part of the Back Bay, very wealthy people. And they welcomed the renovation of one of the buildings that is housing homeless in a very nice way with private rooms and stuff. And the neighborhood, instead of doing the resistance thing that is so common, they've embraced it. And I think that's wonderful. And I did another quartzsite video. I'll do more of these as we get closer and closer to quartzsite. The season officially for annual pass starts tomorrow, so people will be showing up. I understand the weather is actually not that bad right now, surprisingly. It can be brutally hot this time of year, and I don't think that it is. Let's let's just take a look real quick. Let's take a look. I have to go to a Google page and type in quartzsite weather. It's 77, and the high today will be 98, 100, 91. Days going forward. 98, 100, 91, 85, 88, 87, 88, 93. That's pretty good for this time of year for quartzsite. And, you know, in the 80s, it's going to get hot in your rig if you're staying out in the desert, but it's tolerable. It's tolerable. So I did another quartzsite video. I was like, I got lost. Why am I talking about quartzsite? 5 critical things they didn't tell me, and they didn't tell you. And they're just 5 things that I was kind of surprised by that I wasn't quite prepared for. So I did that yesterday, and I'll upload this. I even did the thumbnail for this ahead of time. So it's 6:15 a.m. and I am done, babe. I'm done with YouTube for the day. So I will see you tomorrow. Take care. And I did try to do a little bit better on the light. It's really hard with the ring light and when it's completely dark to get a good clean image, and maybe I need different lights. I don't know. I'm not doing well with the lighting.